Well, it's safe to say you guys enjoyed the first Invincible rebuild it did with Arsenal, even though it didn't exactly end how I wanted it to. And we've got 5 games left in the Premier League to play.
6.5 hours later.
3 games now. No, not Southampton again. But this time we aren't going to do it with an English club. We are going to steal one of Italy's biggest clubs, Juventus, put them into the Premier League, and we are going to attempt to go invincible like they did back in 2012. And if you guys aren't familiar with how this rebuild works, here are the only 2 rules we have. The first one being we've only got 5 seasons to do this. And rule number 2 is we are only allowed to sell and buy 3 players per season. So we start this challenge with just under 90 million in the bank. And like you guys fast, I have edited the team so it is up to date with how the transfers have gone. So we've got no Dybala. Dybala has been moved to Roma. Pogba is in the team. Who else is being put out of the team? I can't think. Oh yeah, De Ligt has gone to Bayern Munich, which is absolutely wound me up. I cannot believe I missed out on that. The only thing that's a little bit of a nightmare is I can't buy Chiesa because he's already there on loan, and I couldn't really do it in the customization part of FIFA, so I really couldn't help this. But we'll see what happens in the next 5 seasons. But all I know is we need a new back 4. We've got Bremer as a centre-back who's just joined from Torino. I can't remember how much for. We've got Cuadrado who's 33, Bonucci who's 34, Alexandro. We may actually leave him alone this season, 30 years old. He could potentially improve, but we definitely need a centre-back and a right-back. But remember, we're only allowed to buy 3 players and sell 3 players per season, so we have to make sure we do this smart. And in that transfer window, we made 2 sales and 2 signings. We sold Juan Cuadrado to Barcelona for 24.5 million. We then sold Leonardo Bonucci to Manchester United for 23.7 million. We then brought in Reece James from Chelsea for 59.7 million and Presnel Kimpembe from PSG for 47.2 million. And this is how we got the team lined up for our very first season of this Invincible rebuild. Now, I'll be honest with you, there is no way in hell we are going invincible this season or in season 2. That I'm just going to put that out there straight away. This season and next season we are building for the last 3 seasons of this rebuild, where we are going to attempt to properly go for it. We most likely won't stick with this formation. The 4-2-2, it is pretty restricted in the plays that we can buy, but for now it will do pretty damn nicely. For now, the signings of Reece James and Kimpembe have definitely bolstered the defensive lineup. We've got Zakari and Locatelli, our 2 holding midfielders, Pogba and Arthur, our 2 central attacking midfielders, and Vlahovic and Morata up top. We have converted Chiesa to a centre forward. We're now waiting for him to convert to a central attacking midfielder to get him into that starting 11 as soon as possible. I know he's on loan, but he's far freaking too good to not utilise. And when it comes to where we are at the midway point in this season, I guess we're just going to have to wait and find out. We have arrived at the midway point in this season, and to be fair, we haven't actually done that bad. We've done far better than we did in the first season of the Arsenal Invincible rebuild. We've only lost 2 games in the entirety of the season. 5th place as well so far. It's not looking bad at all. We've only got 1 transfer and 1 sale to make as well in this transfer window, so we've got to be pretty clever about it. And in that transfer window, we did make 1 signing and 1 sale. We sold Alexandro to Atletico Madrid for 22.7 million. And we brought in the big man himself, Alphonso Davies, for 86.7 million. And this is how we got the team lining up going into the second half of the season. Moise Kean and Morata did get pulled back off their loan deals from their respective clubs. I completely forgot, to be fair, that Morata was on loan from Atletico Madrid, so that is my bad. But now we have got Chiesa in the starting 11 playing up top with Vlahovic. But the main area of improvement we focused on this season is the defensive lineup. Bremer was already in the team because in real life he's just transferred there from Torino, I believe. We have bought Alphonso Davies, Kimpembe and Reece James, and they're all 85 rated already. It says something, doesn't it? On top of that, Locatelli and Zakari are 84 rated. Pogba, I've got mixed feelings about this guy. I'm pretty sure I'm going to sell him in the next 2 or 3 seasons, maybe. But the objective of going invincible this season is dead in the water because we have already lost 2 this season. So let's go to the end of this season now and see how we've done overall. To be honest, losing 5 in season 1 isn't bad at all. Obviously, we did draw 17 games, which is a madness to think about. How the hell can you draw that many freaking games in 1 season? When we did this with Arsenal, I think we finished in the bottom half of the table, so at least we're in the top 10. Liverpool won the Premier League this time by 1 point. United were close. Oh my god, that top 5 was ridiculously close. 77 points for Liverpool, 76 for United, 75 for Chelsea, 73 for City, and 72 for Spurs. That's ridiculously close. Liverpool won the FA Cup. They also won the Carabao Cup. These fuckers are on for the quadruple here. Leverkusen won the Conference League. Leipzig won the Europa League. Villarreal won the Super Cup. I'll be damned. They actually went and got the quadruple. Jesus Christ. But they didn't go invincible, so it doesn't count. I certainly think a change in formation is needed to get the best out of all of our players. Vlahovic, though, Jesus, goddamn Christ, 88 rated at 22 years old. This man is an absolute nightmare on this game. We will most likely go to a 4-3-3 or the 4-2-3-1 formation. That, for me, I've found the most luck with in rebuilds. I think it's by a mile the strongest formation to rock with in career mode. This season, we made a point of sorting out the back four. Next season, we are going to have a proper look at the team and see where we need to buy for. Season 2, we begin with just under 120 million. I'm leaving the back four alone this season. I'm leaving the goalkeeper alone this season. They're absolutely fine how they are. What I'm going to work on is the rest of this pitch. I think we need a formation change. We need to introduce some wingers to this team, and I think I know just what to do. And in that transfer window, we signed 2 players and sold 2 players. Starting off, we sold Paul Pogba to Chelsea for 112.3 million. And we didn't exactly sell him, but we sent out Nicolo Ravella on a 2-year loan deal to Ajax. We then brought in English youngster Jude Bellingham from Dortmund for 86.6 million. And the big signing of this transfer window, we brought Phil Foden from Manchester City for 138.6 million. And this is how we got the team lining up for this season in this rebuild. We've got 2 seasons in, 3 seasons to go invincible. Everywhere looks pretty solid, to be honest. Obviously, it's nowhere near as good as the Arsenal one was just yet, but I think we'll get to that pretty soon. We have got Kulusevski back from Spurs from his loan deal, so this season I'm expecting massive things from this guy. It's going to be fairly interesting to see how we're doing at the midway point this season. And at the midway point this season, we are top of the table by 4 points, but unfortunately, we've only lost 1 freaking game, and I'm guessing that's going to be Manchester City. I swear to God, if it's Southampton again, I'm going to freaking break one of my monitors. And this is how we got the team lined up after that transfer window has come to an end. We didn't do a single thing in that transfer window, purely because I didn't really want to sell anybody, and on top of that, we are completely broke from the first transfer window, bringing in Foden and Bellingham. But let me tell you something, we are certainly on the right track to becoming invincible in this rebuild. I reckon by season 5, we'll have actually done it. So we've jumped from 7th in the league last season to top of the league this season, being champions of England, and to be fair, we actually left Liverpool behind a little bit by 7 freaking points. Even though we won the league quite convincingly, we didn't go invincible. We have 3 seasons left to do it, and this is gonna get challenging soon. City won the FA Cup, Chelsea won the Carabao Cup, we won the Conference League, Inter Milan beat the Bottle Jobs to win the Europa League, Leipzig won the Super Cup, and this time it was Madrid who were champions of Europe. I definitely think the formation change helped us massively this season. The 4-2-2, it's a decent formation, but it's nothing on a 4-3-3. As well as that Vlahovic, man. This guy is just an absolute menace in this game. We've got Kulusevski as well, 86 rated. Phil Foden, 90 rated. They're so young as well still. Our front 3 are all 23 years old. We have done bits in this freaking rebuild so far. I think there's just a couple of places we need to improve, and we may actually do it this time. In season 3, we begin with a whopping 228 million. And with that money, we're going to bolster the defense a bit more. We may actually go for another keeper as well. Szczesny's 33 years old. Whilst he is amazing in this game, he's definitely going to start dwindling in overall pretty damn soon. And we may end up getting ourselves a new midfielder. I'm not touching this front 3. I think I'd be an absolute fool to even go there. In that transfer window, we made 3 signings and sold 2 players. Firstly, we sold Bremer to Chelsea for 34.6 million. Then we sold Denis Sakara to Bergamo Calcio for 93.3 million. We then grabbed an absolute bargain in Marquinhos for 83 million. We signed Courtois for 84.1 million. And the big one, we signed Pedri from Barcelona for 170 million on the dot. And this is how we look going into the 3rd season of this rebuild. This team is absolutely insane, and it's only going to get better in the next 2 seasons. I know I've said that it's borderline impossible to go invincible in a career mode in 1 season. However, I actually think we can do it with Juve. So we've reached the midway point this season, and we have fell off massively since last season. We're 4th in the league. We are doing shit. We've lost 5 already, and I think this time last season we'd only lost 1 or 2. So even though we've improved the team massively, we've gone backwards. I don't get it. It's so hit and miss. Once again, we didn't do anything in that transfer window, so this is how the team is looking going into the second half of this season. The reason I haven't done anything is because we've already bought the 3 players we were allowed to buy, and we've also sold 2 players, and I didn't really want to sell anybody else for this season anyway, so that's why we've left it. I think though next season we need to improve the defense just a little bit. I've got a feeling by the end of this season we'll have a full 90 rated midfield, a full 90 rated front 3, a 90 rated goalkeeper, which we've already got, and hopefully by the end of next season, a full 90 rated back four. But we've already lost 5 games this season, so we aren't going to go invincible. So let's go to the end of the season and see if we found our form and got top of the table once again. So we only lost 1 game in the second half of the season, totaling to 6 losses in the entirety of season 3. I'm hoping that in the next 2 seasons we can find some shred of form, because even with Arsenal, we had a genuine shot at going invincible. Manchester City won the FA Cup. They also won the Carabao Cup. Lazio won the Conference League. Real Betis won the Europa League. Inter Milan won the Super Cup. And PSG won the Champions League. If this was a normal rebuild, I would be ecstatic with how we've been doing in the past couple of seasons' time. We've won the Premier League last season, finished 3rd this season. However, with the type of rebuild this is, we need to win the league every single season, and we need to do it freaking unbeaten for once. We definitely need to bolster the defence a little bit more, and after that, I think it's just bolstering the subs bench. This season, we've been given just over $250 million to spend. We are going to bolster the defence, and we are going to bolster the subs bench. It's as simple as that. And in that transfer window, we made 3 pretty big signings. Beginning with Leon Bailey for $38 million, Tammy Abraham for $71.1 million, and the big one, Eder Militao for $113.2 million. And with those signings, this is how the team currently looks going into season 4 of our attempt to become invincible in this rebuild. The starting 11 looks pretty goddamn solid. The subs bench looks freaking immaculate. We definitely have a good chance of doing it this time. I say this, but we're always bound to lose at least freaking one. I swear to God, if we lose 1 game to Southampton in this rebuild, I'm not going to be happy. Boys, 15 wins, 4 draws, 19 games played, unbeaten at the midway point in the season. Something is happening. Is this the season we do it? Is this the freaking video we finally go invincible? God, I bloody hope so, man. I hate the idea of failing twice in a row. And this is how we got the team lining up after that transfer window has come to an end. We already brought in the 3 players we wanted in the first transfer window, and we didn't want to sell anybody in this one, so we didn't do anything in that window. Boys, it is looking promising. The only thing that slightly worries me is Kulusevski's not 90 rated. I think you have to have at least a 90 rated team all around the board to get an invincible season. I mean, obviously I don't know that because I've never actually had one, but I'm assuming it has to be at least the minimum requirement. But as you can see, we're still on for the invincible season. 23 games played, 17 wins, 6 draws, no losses, 57 points on the board. We are close to getting the one thing that's eluded us our entire rebuild series. From last FIFA and this FIFA, we may actually get the invincible season this time. And just like last time, we're going to simulate it month to month. So the first game we have in February is West Ham United at home. So we are going to sim it to the 1st of March. Hopefully we don't flunk it in the first game. It's taken an awful long time. Thank God for that. Chelsea away. This is going to be the duff. Oh, okay. Watch it be. Oh, don't you dare, but Middlesbrough. Don't. Thank God for that. Okay, from the 1st of March to the 1st of April, we've got a couple. Actually, no, realistically speaking, this should. Oh, no, there's Southampton. I swear to God, Southampton. Edgar, I don't give a shit if they're your favourite team or not. I will hunt them freaking down if they beat us again. Right, unbeaten so far in March. Don't you dare, Southampton. Don't you dare. Fucking get in there! Now, April looks like a pretty tricky month. You've got Spurs away from home, Palace away from home, and Manchester City at home. Brentford and Villa shouldn't pose too much of a threat, but it's Crystal Palace, Spurs, and Manchester City I'm a little bit worried about. We are going to simulate it to the 1st of May. Spurs, do not beat us. For God, thank you. A draw will do, a draw will do. Palace, we beat 4-0. Bayer Leverkusen in the Champions League, I couldn't care less. Man City, which, okay, this could actually be the season we do it. Maybe. Don't be Brentford, thank God. Don't be Villa. Do not be Villa. Do. You know what? I was genuinely just thinking it'd be just my luck for the 2 teams I disregard in beating us to be the team that freaking beats us. May, man. Oh my God. Liverpool at Anfield. United at Old Trafford. Leeds United away from home. Arsenal away from home as well. Holy shit. I'm telling you now, if we actually do this and go invincible, this is going to be the achievement of the century. We are going to do it. Come on, Liverpool. We beat Liverpool 2-1. Okay, I don't care about Napoli. I don't care. That doesn't count. Man, we beat United. Leeds, don't you dare. Boys, we're 2 games away from doing it. We are 2 games away from... Well, 1 game... Come on. Please. Please. Come on. Oh my god, we've fucking done it. We've got invincible. Come on, boys. We've actually freaking done it. We have gone the entire season in the Premier League undefeated, and we've done it with freaking Juve as well. It wasn't actually that long ago Juve went invincible in the Italian league, and they've just done it once again in the English league. And just to prove it, 38 games played, 27 wins, 11 draws, no losses, 92 points on the board. We have fucking done it. We have gone invincible with Juventus. And with 1 season to spare as well. We've done what Arsenal couldn't do in 5 seasons in 4. Tom is really happy about that as well. And this is the monstrosity that got us the invincible season. The 4-3-3 defending, Courtois in goal, Reece James, Marquinhos, Adair Militao, Alphonso Davies, Locatelli, Bellingham, Pedri, Kulusevski, Vlahovic and Foden. What a fucking monster of a team that is. I certainly think bolstering the defence and bolstering that sub bench in this season definitely helped us get that invincible season. I'm so goddamn happy we've done it. Now the question is, who do you guys want to see me attempt to do this with next? We've done it with Arsenal and failed in 5 seasons. We've done it with Juventus and won it in 4. We are going to keep the same transfer window rule as well. 3 players bought and 3 players sold in the entirety of 1 season. So let me know down in the comments who you want me to do this with next. But if you did go on to enjoy this video, be sure to leave a like, smash the hell out of that subscribe button, turn that notification bell on so you never miss a video I upload. We are on the road right now to 5,000 subscribers, and we are so goddamn close to that goal. Also, the like goal for this video is 300. If we can hit 300 likes, that would be nothing short of incredible. And that is all from me. It's been your boy Gordon. I hope you guys have an absolutely incredible afternoon, and until next time, I will see you later.